Yo, what's up, y'all? Ryan here with Hard Knock Labs, and I'm about to try a new series with y'all. So before I talk too much about the series, let me give y'all just a little bit of background. So if you don't know me, I'm Ryan Brooks. I'm owner and founder of Hard Knock Labs, where I do product discovery consulting, where I help startups, organizations, businesses come up with new product ideas and test them in the market and actually create the first versions or what we call minimum viable products or MVPs of their software product ideas. And that can actually span outside of just software. That could be internal processes, that could be businesses, but for the most part, it tends to be software. And so there's been a lot of stuff going on with AI lately. As a matter of fact, I just dropped a course on um, how to actually use AI for a process that I use called design sprints to come up with an app and actually launch a fully coded app in just 5 days. And now I've already kind of used some of these tools to make apps myself, but I was just thinking last night, actually, remember when I was back in school, back in grad school, studying uh, human computer interaction. And that was back when I got my master's of science in human computer interaction. And the courses that I took in school really just gave us some base level understanding of UI design, which at the time was and probably still is a very big part in the UX design world, is understanding how to design actual pixel perfect UIs. And so something that I did just to improve over that time was I did the daily UI challenge. If you're not familiar with that, I think it's at dailyui.co or something like that. And you just join an email list and you pretty much get a prompt each day to do a challenge. Uh, and they would just have you design all these different things. And one, it would build your portfolio. Two, you'll get more comfortable with designing. Three, you just get you kind of time boxes, so it helped you with some time management. And yeah, it's just a good way to progress and grow. And I was thinking about the fact that I really want to get really, really good at creating apps with these AI building tools that are out there. And so I've already built a couple so far, but I wanted to treat this like that. And that's the same process that I use with the gym, right? For instance, when I'm at the gym, I'll start very, very low, right? Let's say I get injured or I don't go to the gym for a while for whatever reason. When I come back, I'll know that my PR is X amount and I can do so much, but I'll still start very low and gradually build myself back up. And that's what I want to do with building these apps. Well, I want to take y'all along the journey while I do it. And so what I'm going to do moving forward, at least for the next I'll say 30 days. I'm only going to do this on weekdays, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to give myself a challenge each day and gradually make the challenges harder. And I'll try to time box them and keep them within 30 minutes. But really just take some time to really get comfortable building apps with AI. So without further ado, let's go ahead and let me just share my screen and get started for this. So yeah, we'll do screen three. Okay. And so if you're not familiar, what I have right here is a tool called Lovable.dev. And Lovable.dev is an idea to app AI platform that helps you turn your ideas into apps. And so the first prompt, this is the first one I'm doing. The first prompt is to build a hello world. And so that's super duper easy. And I have 30 minutes that I'm starting right now. But so I probably will spend a lot of time making the hello world cooler than just the hello world because but let's go ahead and start it. So let's do um I always like addressing them. Hey Lovable. I'm doing a daily AI app builder challenge and the first one in my and my first project is to just simply build a hello world landing page. So let's get started with just that. This is gonna be so basic. It's probably gonna make some context based off of that prompt, but we'll see how that actually goes. And let me see if I can change my screen. Let's minimize that. Yeah. Okay, so let's see what it's doing. It's building something that's going to have responsive design for all devices, which is awesome. So it's going to be beautifully crafted with an elegant design, smooth transit, smooth animations, attention to detail. Looking at your request, I'm thinking of a sleek, minimalistic landing page with a sophisticated animation that reveals Hello World in a way that feels premium and captivating. We'll focus on typography, spacing, and subtle animations to create a memorable first impression. Okay, cool. Let's see. And so it takes a little bit of time to do its thing. And check this out. This is like an engineer just building all this stuff for me. I'm not even I'm not even the one. I'm not doing any of this, right? Like it's creating all this stuff. Okay, it looks like it's gonna so Hello World page has been created with a clean, minimalist design featuring smooth animations and elegant typography. What's next? Refine and customize, tweak the design, animations, and layouts via prompts or visual edits. Um, Master prompting, use clear, detailed, and iterative prompts for better outcomes. Expand with backend, so connect Supabase to add login. Okay, those are some things that we'll probably do in some future things. GitHub sync, transferring to GitHub, debug it, debugging, and add project knowledge, set key context. Okay, so let's see. A minimalist design. Okay, let's reload it and see how that came up. Wow, it's kind of cool. Let's look at it on mobile too. All right, so let's create a an H1 that says hello above where it says, and then let's just copy and paste this. I see that you want to add an H1 saying hello world above the existing subhead on your landing page. Looking at the current code, there actually is an H1 with hello world text. Oh, interesting. I don't see the hello world that already exists. Can you take a look and see why it's not showing up? All right, so it's checking the animated text. So it sounds like there's some type of styling to make it animated that's making it not show up. So let's see if it fixed the issue. This is probably where it's at. So let's see. I see there's a div likely where hello world should live, but it's still not visible. Seeing why it's not displaying. So we're already running into issues doing a simple hello world page, but we're just learning as we're going. So this is the whole point of me doing these things, so you can see, look it, there we go. All right. Okay, now, so this is the whole point though, is right? Like I want to do this live and unscripted just to show you like I'm learning as I'm going. Um, like I said, I've done a couple apps in here, but it took a bit of like really trying to figure things out. So let's do this though. So I like this. I like this style. I like how they have this set up. Actually, let me tell them this, him or whoever. Let me tell it this. I really like the subtle animations as well as the gridded background. I have some branding and styles on my business website at this URL. HTTP, I know that by heart. www.devs.com. Can you apply those styles and bring over my logo? Let's see if I need to give them those actual files, or if it can actually get the styles from my website. I'm not sure what all I want to do with this hello world, because like I said, this is a very easy prompt, but we do have a lot of time. So while it's doing that, I also learned about another tool called 20 was it oops 21 21st dev, where they basically have a ton of different templates and components and things that you can utilize. And they have some really cool stuff that you can really just drop in place in your project. And one I actually kind of like a lot is this. Kind of like that. That looks kind of cool. Let's see. Let's see what it's looking like so far. Still working right here, so I know it's not done. Oh, here we go. Let's see. I've applied the Hard Knock Labs branding to your site, including the logo, color scheme, which is not orange and black, and typography space grotesque. That is not mine. The site now has a dark theme, orange accents. That is not my color palette. No, that is not my color palette at all. I don't know. It just made that up. Okay, so let's actually try this. So I have a style guide. So this is going to be really interesting. Let's see if it can read PDFs and get styles from a PDF style guide. If not, I can tell it all of these things. Let's see what's going on. I can't get in Drive right now. Signed out. Okay, cool. All right, let's see. I know you can't see what I'm doing. I'm just I don't want y'all to see all of my craziness in my Drive folder. Is it style guide? Here we go. Brand guidelines. I should already have this on my computer actually. Let's whatever. We'll download it again. Hopefully it just doesn't take too long to download. Okay, cool. All right, now let's see. This isn't quite the style of my website, but attached is a PDF of my brand guidelines. Can you apply those? I will supply my logo separately. Let's attach. Oh, okay. Looks like it can't. So I can't upload PDFs. So we're gonna change this. All right. All right. So let's just say this isn't quite the style of my website. Let me list out my color palette. Make sure I spell color correct. Color palette collect. Let me list out my color palette and typography. And attached is an SVG of my logo. And let me just find that in a separate window as well. SVG, let's see. I have a folder somewhere with it. Probably this one. Nope, that's from my summit that I ran recently. That's from the summit that I ran recently as well. Let's just look through here. Let's give them the full. Wait, do I want to give them? I'll give them the inverted one. Oh, it doesn't accept SVGs. Okay, interesting. It's probably going to accept a ping though. All right, so, all right, and now let me list in my, all right, brand colors. Light sky blue, 94 C9 FB, light gray, which is EB, deep navy blue, which is 06133 8, and then jet black, which is it's just an off black of 1C, 1C, 1C. And then typography, primary typeface is enter tight, and then secondary typeface is railway. Let's see. Let's see if that fixes it. How are we doing on time? At 12 minutes. It's updating the styles. Okay. Since we're fixing a lot of stuff, I might not have time to do too much, but I do want to try this one out. I do want to try this. So we'll see if I can make that happen. So like that flickering grid, maybe that's something we can try too. It's still doing stuff. Okay, there we go. Now, let's say that I want the background to be the grid we had before, except I want it to be jet black with the dots light gray. Also, I came across a really neat design that I'd like to incorporate for the H1. Here's a code snippet of it. So I like this one. Let's see, copy prompt. Let's open a component. I could swear there's another way to copy that prompt. Yeah, let's see. For Lovable. All right, let's see what this does. So I shared that style and all that stuff with it. 8 minutes left, so let's see how much we get done. I mean, for all the purposes of what the prompt says to do, we've done that. We have a hello world here. So that's cool. Now we're just adding stuff, right? Like I'm just adding my own style and stuff to it and making it look decent. But you see, it's got my brand guidelines in there now. It changed the fonts. I can see, like, I know my styles pretty well. I can tell this is enter tight, and I can tell this is railway because I can always tell railway because how they do their W's. Um, but yeah, that's my way of being able to tell it. So let's see. It's on a tailwind config. I'll say these things like I know what that means. I actually don't. I know I've heard of tailwind. I know that I've worked with people that worked with it, but I don't actually know it. So, let's see. We actually have an issue. Failed to save changes. So let's just do this and see if I missed something. I'm just gonna tell it. I'm gonna show it what it says happened. Looks like changes weren't saved and the screen looks the same. Let's give that screenshot, and let's also give a screenshot of this just so that it can see that as well. I see. It's because it couldn't install the dependency. All right, I'm gonna let it respond to that, and then I'm gonna come back and look at that part. I should have scrolled down. So that's one thing too. Always make sure that you're scrolled to the bottom before responding, because then I probably would have saw that error and been able to click to do that. But now that I got it working doing stuff, we'll see if it does it itself, if it fixes it itself. But it might just be that I got to go back and do that. Oh, that's not supposed to happen. Whoa, that wasn't supposed to happen at all. That was weird. Anyways, it looks like it stopped. Oh, let's look back. Okay. Okay, and it treated okay, it's doing it, but actually it's treating my logo like the H1. Huh. Okay, let's see. Let me see if I can actually take a screenshot of this. Okay, we're getting there. But the sparkles are supposed to be below the H1. See example attached. Yep, let's see. I think that's gonna fix it. Hopefully that doesn't push down the subhead. I only got 3 minutes left. Let's see. Ah, okay. It did exactly what I thought. Well, I was hoping it wouldn't do. I want the subhead to be approximately, let's say, 20 pixels below the H1, um, over, or let's say in front of the sparkles. 2 minutes left. Less than 2 minutes left. Let's see. Let's see if it does it. No, that's not what I meant. Still looks kind of cool. Um, should I try to fix this or should I just call it? Nah, I have 1 minute left. I think I'm just gonna call it. Either way, I'll call this a W. We got a hello world up. And let's look at it on a different screen so we can actually see. It says hello world. And this does nothing. I actually didn't need a button or anything in there. But this is still pretty cool. And then we can even look at it on mobile. Let's do, and that's what it'll look like on mobile. I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it at all. At all. So let's get rid of that thing. Okay. So we got our challenge number one down, creating a hello world. Stay tuned for the next challenge that I will be working on, which I don't even know what that will be yet, but we'll find out tomorrow.